So today we are working on this French Scots pine. This tree was collected like 3 years ago, and last year we pot on this initial bonsai pot. And the idea is to build, the tree is really straight, but with some interesting character of the bark on the twist on the top, and some interesting movement on the branches. So the idea is to build like 2 trees in one. The first tree will be here, like one top here, and the tree going down the right. And the second tree will be using this one as a new top, pulling down this branch inside this gap made between the two dead parts, and then build the second tree in this side. So the idea is like, as I said, like a pool dancer. So a lady dancing on a pool. So this is the main approach to the work of today. We are gonna bend this branch to rebuild the main top of the tree. So we brush and we remove the old piece of bark, because when we're gonna put the raffia on top of the branch to protect during the bending. We risk, if we have pieces of old bark inside, we risk they're gonna damage the branch, and so the branch will be sick. So for the branches we are using this fibra, natural fibra. This one was used for the first time by Salvatore Liporace, and this material is really useful because it's easier to put on the branch, make a thinner layer, and keep, in my opinion, keep more the moist on the branch of the tree. Obviously, on top of this, we put the plastic tape, and it's done. The protection is done. When we have a big gin like this, and we need to remove the straight view it has, we use this tool, reverse, so we can just bring pieces from inside like this and stretch them outside, and we can remove the size of the gin, and in the meantime we can decide to give some more movement to the part.
Perfect.
One, you risk to damage, so you can do this, but first of all you need to go in and sign all the sign of the stuff. No, uso la sgorbia, Enrico, non
Deve fare questo? Sì, esatto.
Details to avoid the straight part of the trunk and just give some focus points. So in a part like this, when we have already an old branch that was cutted from probably at the moment of collection, we're gonna start and move a little bit with the shari, and also here, according to the line of the bark, we're gonna move some shari lines, so having a straight part and be able to make some movement using shari on that, we can avoid the straight movement of the trunk and focus more the attention on some points. Starting from that part here, we sign a shari line, and we try to stay inside some line originally made by the bark, the original bark. So when in a second moment the tree will make the column, it will appear more natural. we are making the jing in the frontal part, and consider that we have all the wood fibers here going in a direction and young wood fibers here going in a different direction. We are not able to stretch the fibers without destroying the edge we already made. So for going a little bit deeper inside here, I need to use an electrical carving tool. So as you see, we was able to make different layers. We have the live part with the bark, another dead layer here, and the inner part that goes up, and we can have a nicer connection between the shari line and the gin. According to the fact that we are trying to build a crown of an elegant tree with a lot of branches that, yes, they are long, but they have movement of them, like the part on the back at this moment, and some small branch here that can give some movement. We have this big branch here that is going to the back of the tree, so it will be impossible to bend and give movement. So we have a small one to build the back of the tree, and also this branch will make a visually weight contrast to the part we are building, like one tree on the right. So I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, considering that this edge of the trunk is a focal point, but is a little bit a ball at the moment, we start from a little gin is in the back side, and we can come in the front with the shari. So optically we made it like better, and we put much more in evidence the two movement of the vein, kind of vein the tree has.
Rudiman?
No, sì. Yeah, as you can see, now almost the tree is wired, so we're gonna start with the positioning of the branches in this part, when the plan is to build like one tree, and then the next operation would be to bend up this branch to rebuild the main top of the tree here and come in this side with the second tree. So this would be like a branch to rebalance all the weight in the right side with something in the left, and then we're gonna use this branch here to rebuild the back part of the apex and also the third dimension of the tree with this branch and this branch. You see, I'm trying to bend back and mimic the same movement of the other branch to have a rebalance on this side, because if I cut this one I have really strong like straight down movement in this side, and I have quite nothing long on this side, not just stuff, compact stuff. So I need to make something really light also in this in that way. As we planned, we try to put in evidence some movement on these long branches. We compact as much as we can the foliage, and we try to build an apex here with this tree on this side, and the main apex here also to cover all these spaghetti bonsai we have on the top. So as we planned, we build a first tree in the right side, so this is the apex and everything is going down here, and we try to put in evidence all this crazy movement the branches did. And in the other side we have the main apex of the tree, like making a kind of a second tree here, and we was able with this long branch to kind of mimic the same movement this one has originally. So we did some movement here to balance the two parts, because we have a really big gap on this side. So at the same level we put another branch to rebalance the point. The main, as you can see, we did the main bending to rebuild all the apex here, and also to cover the part where every branch came from, and so we was able to like hide it.